What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Larsa Pippen, man. Yeah, a lot of people have been sending me the video of her talking about how, she had relations 4 times a night while she was married to Scottie. Now, I want people to understand something. People are thinking that, she had relations 4 times a night with Scottie. And the thing is, while they were married during the first part of their marriage, he was still in the league. He was still playing in the league. So when she's talking about 4 times a night, I don't think she's really talking about just Scottie. I think that was an admission by not admitting, right? Larsa to me strikes me as a woman who's incredibly selfish and would do what she wants to do. You got a husband that was on the road half the year. So it wouldn't be possible to have relations 4 times a night unless Scottie's able to get home every day, which he wasn't, all right? Only for home games or during the off season. So I just think that once again, Larsa's on this reality TV show circuit portion of her life. And she is telling everything. She's doing everything she can to continue to have a storyline. And she is saying some of the craziest things possible. But this probably is the truth. But this is admitting by not admitting. Honestly, if this is true, I don't think that it was probably with Scottie all those times. I'm just saying, she seemed like an insatiable woman. She's a woman. Usually when you see a lot of older women, right, especially women in their late 40s, they tend to not date younger guys because those guys are going to want to have relations a lot. But the older women that you do see dating younger guys is because they want that. They want a young guy with a high sex drive, right? They don't go away from that. They go towards it. So if she at her age now is dating Marcus Jordan. She dated other younger guys. Imagine how she was when she was in her prime, when she was in her 20s, married to Scottie. She probably wanted it all the time, And there were people that were shocked. I mean, listen, she's married to a professional athlete, okay? Professional athletes are just different. Okay, their testosterone levels are going to be a little bit higher than the regular guys. All right. So they're going to, and again, y'all forget they have 4 children together. Maybe they probably could have had more, maybe. But it's just something about that tells me that she's admitting without admitting that she probably stepped out here with other men. I can truly believe that. Look at how Larsa's acting now. Imagine how she was when she was in her 20s. She's able to spend Scottie's money while he's on the road, right? And now she's with Marcus Jordan. She's talking about changing her last name. Like, she has this pent up anger towards Scottie, and you can tell with the comments that she's made. You can always tell things about Larsa by the things she says and the things she does. I don't think people are targeting her. I just think she puts a lot of her business out here, and she gets judged for it. But again, she's on a reality show. She wants to continue to have a storyline. Unfortunately, Marcus Jordan may be dragged on with it, right? This is a guy who's probably had a crush on her most of his life, because again, he's known her since he was a kid. I mean, that's the truth. She says they've been friends for 4 years. Come on, man. What? You've known him since he was a kid. You mean to tell me that you and Scottie your families and Michael's families didn't spend time around each other? Come on, man. I mean, at some point the truth has to be told. So we're going to get into this. We definitely going to talk about her wanting to change her last name. This is all an attempt to make Scottie look bad. I want y'all to understand this. This is all in an attempt to make Scottie look bad. Larsa tells all in part 2 reunion finale of The Real Housewives of Miami. The 43-year-old gave viewers an insight into her and her ex-husband Scottie Pippen's past relationship, intimate moments, saying I always had relations 4 times a night. I had relations 4 times a night, every night. I never had a day off for 23 years. So again, I gotta look at this. This is admitting, but not admitting. All right. Scottie was on the road a lot during those times. I don't think Scottie was home to satisfy needs. Okay. So this is admitting, and by not admitting that she probably stepped out on him. I can believe that. I can believe that. This woman seemed to have a very high sex drive. Probably just as much as Scottie did. She's in her late 40s dating younger men. That tells you everything you know. Host Andy Cohen and castmates were in shock. Marcus has really big shoes to fill, Cohen jokingly commented. Larsa married Pippen in 97 when she was 23. The two initially split in 2016. They tried to work things out for a few years, but officially ended their relationship in 2021 over irreconcilable differences. The Real Housewives OG was seemingly selective with her choice of words when answering questions about her new relationship with Michael Jordan's son Marcus. She addressed whether she would hyphenate her last name if she got married to Marcus. She said, I would definitely change my last name for whoever I married. That's for sure, she vaguely shared. So basically she's saying that she would change her name. She's not going to really hyphenate it. She's going to change it. I told y'all she's still in some weird battle with a guy that she humiliated back in 2016, 2017. She humiliated Scottie Pippen, embarrassed him, was sleeping with a guy in the city, in the same city where Scottie and her children were. That's how much she didn't care. But y'all want to tell me that this woman was faithful to Scottie? That takes a lot of anger, pent up anger and frustration to go and do something like that. And she says that for 23 years while they were married, she took no days off when it came to having relations. You know why? Because she's the one with the high drive. That's why she dates so many younger guys after she's broken up or divorced Scottie. Because she's the one that wanted it that much. She was the insatiable one. All right. You can tell a lot about women by the type of men they date once they divorce. If you're seeing women going straight to the younger guys, it's because they want a guy that's going to be able to satisfy those needs. And maybe Scottie did, but again, this admitting but not admitting that basically it wasn't just Scottie. Look at what she did with Future. You mean to tell me that she hasn't done that before? That her and Scottie haven't had problems before? That, you know, you're living, you know, you're wife of an athlete. You're living in, I believe they were living in Miami at this. I think they lived in Miami for a while. You mean to tell me that she didn't step out? She has needs again. And that's why I say, you know, a lot of times you got to be careful the type of women that your wife up, man. You know, you might not be able to please as much as you think you can. A lot of these women tastes may vary. And that's the thing that I feel that, you know, that with a lot of women these days, they want to be in these streets. They want to sample what's out here. That's why a lot of them aren't wife material. A lot of them have that Larsa Pippen spirit in them. Host Andy Cohen asked about her relationship with NBA legend and former teammate of ex-husband Michael Jordan. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it. I want to talk about Marcus and she protested. I feel like I'm comfortable talking about Marcus or not. Because Michael Jordan has probably warned her that if you talk about me on your reality show, I'm going to be very upset. You know what I'm saying? So I think that she knows the type of manipulation that she's doing, getting involved with Marcus, somebody that she watched grow up, maybe not closely, but you know, their families have been around each other, right? She's a woman that desperately wants to be out here and wants to compete with these younger women. She wants to be a reality TV personality now. And I believe she wants Marcus to help her with, you know, as far as having a storyline to be able to stay on the show. And Michael Jordan's probably told her, look, keep me out there. Don't put me in that. And she has way more respect. And this is the sad part. She has way more respect for Michael than she does for Scottie. I truly believe that. I truly believe she has way more respect for Michael than she has of Scottie. That's why she takes pictures like this. She knows that Scottie can't stand Michael Jordan, right? That wrote a whole book about how he doesn't like Michael Jordan. And she goes and does this because the woman clearly does not like Scottie. Maybe she feels like, he's moving on. She thought she had control over him. She had true narcissistic traits, and you can tell she's doing everything she can to sort of throw it in his face that she's sleeping with the son of a guy he doesn't like. Manipulation tactics. And I think, again, her respect level for Michael is way higher than the respect level of a man that she was married to for 23 years and had children by. That's why she doesn't want to talk about Michael, because she respects Michael too much. Pippen and Jordan played together through the 80s and 90s, winning 6 NBA championships while in Chicago. In 2020, they had a falling out after ESPN aired the docuseries The Last Dance. She cleared up any rumors that she knew Mark. You know what? Let me say this too about The Last Dance. When The Last Dance was premiering, she was on Twitter defending Scottie. When people were mocking Scottie about his contract, she was on Twitter defending Scottie. How do you go from defending Scottie to throwing it in Scottie's face that you're dating Marcus Jordan? How do you go from that? She cleared up any rumors that she knew Marcus while she and Pippen were together. Yeah, sure. I just met him a few years ago. I never met him before. I was with Scottie the very last year that he played with Michael. She said Michael and his wife were going through a divorce, so I never met his wife, never met his kids. It wasn't like we had families that were intertwined. I never knew them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. The pair went Instagram official in January 23rd, seemingly nodding to the basketball legend. She posted a photo of her and Marcus with a rose arrangement around made into a white and red jersey reading Jordan 23 checks over stripes. And this is the photo here that I'm saying. This is the photo here. I think she's in love with Michael Jordan, to be honest with you. I think she's in love with Michael Jordan. I think she might have settled for Scottie, unfortunately. Because again, Michael was with somebody. He was with Marcus Jordan's mother. This has Michael Jordan worship all over it, right? But Michael kept his distance. But he's like, he letting his son smash, but, we'll see. I just hope that Marcus doesn't make a mistake by actually trying to marry this woman, because this woman seems like she wants to be in these streets for the foreseeable future. But she needs a storyline, and she needs a way to stay up on this reality television show. And she's going to use somebody to do it. Right? She can't use Scottie. Scottie ain't got nothing to do with her no more. Ultimately, I just think that we are at a point with her where she's willing to say or do whatever to make sure that people pay attention and to what she is doing. But as far as the whole, having relations 4 times a night for 23 years with no stops, I don't think that was all with Scottie. I don't think that was all with Scottie. I think, once again, she's trying to gaslight Scottie. That's what I think she's trying, because she knows Scottie's not going to say nothing unless it's about Jordan. Now, if she said that she got with Jordan, Scottie would be all out here. He'd be ready to write another book, So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.